Welcome to a take 2 on how to read Trunic. I'm going to try and make this video a bit more condensed than the last one. So let's get right into it. Hopefully it'll be less cringe. There'll be less shenanery. And it'll be a bit quicker, condensed, all that good stuff. So first of all, again, the basics. This is a Trunic rune with everything in it. We have a base, which is the middle line, and the potential for a circle in it. That's only there when you want to read the rune in reverse, because normally you read the runes from inside to out. If the circle is there, you read it from outside in. So without the circle, I read the blue part first, and then the red part. With the circle, I read the red part first, and then the blue part. The red part, the outside, those are vowel sounds, and the inside, those are consonant sounds. Together, they can make one entire rune, which helps save space when writing a whole word, because then you don't have to write just every single sound all by itself. You can combine them to save space. As you can see, the vowels are separated into 5 lines, and the consonants are separated into 6. The base part is just there to give it a bit more structure so you can see where everything's going. And again, I've already explained the circle. It's only sometimes there when it's more convenient to read the outside first instead of the inside first. Like if you're saying the word apple, you're going to want to say the A part first, which is a vowel sound, and then the rest of the sounds, AP. So you want the A to come first. So in order to save space, you don't have to write the A all by itself and then start with a whole new rune and do the usual inside then outside. You can do AP as its own thing in one whole thing by doing the circle. So if you've got that down, let's get into some actual letters, sounds, and some mnemonics to help you remember them. Again, we're going to start with the vowels and the A's. So for A's, we have 4 symbols. There are 4 A symbols, there are 4 E symbols, there are 5 O symbols, and there are 5 R symbols. And I'll help with some mnemonics to help remember these, if possible. So the first one, A, as in bat, as in apple. That is a nice, strong 3-line all the way across to the top, like the A in a regular A. It's the whole top and left side for apple. The second one is A, as in awesome, and that's a bit more open. So it's ah. You open your mouth a bit more for ah. So that is a bit more open. So it's just lacking the last extra line up there. That's 2 lines. Ah. Next, we have A. The actual, like, saying A. That would be like pay or bake. That is just the 1 line up here at the top. Some of these you're just going to have to be able to remember. I mean, it comes up often enough. You'll start writing those out and you'll remember them. And once you get all these, and especially with the mnemonics of knowing that all of the A sounds are up on the top and not on the bottom and not on the side usually, they're all up here. And you'll see that with the last one as well, which is actually You'd use that for banana, and that is a, and that is ah, and that is ah. Ah? Yeah, ah. Ah. So they're all on the top. Those are the A's. Those are my mnemonics for remembering them. It comes up a lot because you usually do it for like simply saying the letter as a word, as in the single spelling it as just the letter A. You don't say A for A usually. You usually say because when I want a banana, I say I don't say I want a banana. I want a banana. Whee! So hey, we're doing good. Those are the A's. Nice and fast. See, look, we're nice and condensed already. Secondly, we're going to go with the E's because those are pretty related to A's. The A you saw was like this. Well, the E is going to be the other way. We're going down below. So the first E is going to be your regular as in bet or better. B-E. I like the B words, apparently. That would be Second, we're going to go with which is actually So we got and I. That is actually an E sound. I'm considering it an E sound. You're going to notice that the E sounds are going to be mostly on the bottom. But that's not actually true because the next one I'm going to give you is I. And I is on the top, so that's going to be matched with A. So we're going to have A, which is on the other side over here, but for I as an E sound is over here. That would be I. As in an eye. Ooh, spooky. So try not to do too much bullshit. We're going to speed this around. The last one is going to be an E sound, like beetle or beat. And that would be all, but the top right one that was. Let me see if I can write that a bit better. Boop, 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 boop. So everything but this piece, that is E. Oh boy, those E's look great, don't they? So these are the E symbols. If you can remember which is the opposite of A. We've got I, which is the opposite of A. We've got I, which I guess is going to companion for A. And then E is just everything but the I. It's the E without the I. So those are my helpful mnemonics for E's. We're going to keep going nice and fast. This is nice and good. We're going to do O's next. So O's and R's have one extra letter. So we're going to go and write another line here. Oh, there's a cat beneath me. Oh, you're going to distract me, aren't you? Yes, you are. Good girl. All right, let's put down that eraser. Let's start with O for the O's. So O for O is the whole rune. All of it. Because that is an O. And that is how you pronounce O. O. Oh no. For the next one, we're going to go with oo. And oo is everything except for the last one. It's open a little bit. So you have the O, which looks like an O. And then oo has got the opening on it. Now the next one, we're going to go with ol, as in gold or wolf. And that is kind of a ol sound with an accent there. Oh, the old man. Yeah, oh, doing, oh boy. Then we're going to go with the next one, which is just the bottom left, and that's oi. Oi. As in toy. Or boy. Oh boy. And then one more, we're going to go with ow, which is the other side. And that's ouch. Or power. Ow. These are our O's. My mnemonics for these are going to be the big O's, and then we got the little one all by itself, and then finally the mnemonics for the last two, they're just the ones, only two that are off all by themselves with one little line. But the big one that's going to help you the most to remember these is that the O is actually everything. It's a whole circle, because we never use these two here. And I don't know if I actually explained that. I'm going to help you along real quick here. So we do that like that. So if we have two runes that are right next to each other, and I go O, but I want another sound next to it. That means I can actually use this side to start the next rune if it is a rune. So it would be O. Ah. Oh, ah. That's not really a word, but I'm showing you that you can use that empty space to start the next rune in a whole word when you're sounding out a whole singular word. When you want to start a second word, you just leave a break, just like you would for a normal sentence, normal letters. Boop, 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 boop. So lastly, for the vowels, boop, 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 are the R's. And those ones are actually kind of intimidating at first until you realize that they are all broken up. They aren't a continuous line. All the rest of them have been continuous lines. And if you remember them in order, we go like this. We have air, like air, like pear, paradise. I like pea airs. Next, we're gonna have ear, which is this plus one extra little line. So we've got that, and then that, and that is ear. Ear, as in here, not there, because that's air, but here, not where, because where is air. Here. Next we have or, which is everything but the bottom left. Again, missing the bottom left, and that is or. And the good way to remember that one, you see the break, you know it's an R sound. And if it's the one on the bottom where the break is, that's or, like the dirt in the ground. The metal is the ore. The next one's going to be a bit more interesting like that. You use the same concept, except it's flipped upside down. That's everything except for the break on the top, and that is like a bird, because it's open on top. It's up in the air like a bird. See, these mnemonics are going to help you. And finally, the last one is R. And that one's just the tops and the bottoms, with the break being the side one. And that's R, like partner. Air, ear, or. Air, open air. Ear, just one extra. Or, break on the bottom. Bird, break on the top. R, top and bottom only. arsenal. I think I liked using arsenal as my example on that last one last time. So those are all our vowels. We're done with our vowels. That was nice and fast, right? Okay, so next we can go to our consonants. And I'm going to do a slightly different order than last time because I wanted to point something out at the very beginning here. Normally, consonants are only on the tops and the bottoms. They share quadrants on the tops and the bottoms, except for these first two. The first two being W for W and M for M. M, 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 W, M, W, M. And then those are the only ones that are only on the top or the bottom. Everything else is going to be on both sides of the divider. The last one that is going to be in this family of letters is N. And it's basically the same as M, except it's got the little dash at the top. So M points down with the brackets here of the M pointing down. W is the W going up. It's really easy to remember if you just remember these mnemonics like this. So we're going to keep going. In the next family of letters, boop, boop, delete those. And now we're going to do the ones that I did first last time. The P's, the B's. So we've got P, which is a P. It's a P, right? Then we've got a B, which is all the way up the top. And then, wait, no, hold on. I'm doing that wrong. All the way at the top like that and down like that. Not this. That's not a thing. Well, it is a thing, but it's not for the B. And that's your B. Next, we've got the J, which is the other way. And this is the little odd one out one. We have the one going this way, and that is a ch. You remember the P, which is a P, the B, which is literally just a B, the J is literally just a J, and ch, like Choo Choo Charles. You gotta play that, which is the last little odd one out. It's going to the top left. If you can remember the first three, you can remember the last one. Do it enough times, and you go, oh yeah, that guy's weird. I remember him because he's weird. There's not much I can do to help with a mnemonic with that because that's just how I remember it. Boop. Let's keep going. Next, we have the H families. So we're going to go H, H. That is literally just an H. Then we've got an R, which is an R. It is literally just an R. It's that easy, right? Finally, we have a Y, which is literally just a Y. And you thought reading Tunic was going to be hard, right? Ooh, 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 ooh. Next on our list is actually going to be the F. Is kind of hard until you remember all the other things. I mean, that's why I group these up into little families so you can remember them in relations to the other ones. So we're going to go with the K, which is on the top and then down, and it's just a K. It's literally just a K. It's just a K. It's just a K. It's just a K. The second one, though, you're going to have to remember it with the K because it's the K flipped upside down, and the line is on the bottom instead of the top, and that's a G. If you remember the K and the G go into a family together, you'll remember the G because you know the K. Hey. Okay, so now we're going to get into some more weird ones. We're going to go with the F, which is the top right line, straight down, and to the side. And I guess you can kind of see where that looks like an F. But that's an F. That's an F, a F sound. F, fire, F. We know what an F sounds like. Finally, on this family, we have a V sound, which is the same thing as the F, except it's upside down. I can write that better. Boop, boop. It just flipped. Upside down. It's just a V. That's the V. You've got the V at the top. You can kind of remember it if you want, like the Y, where the line is crooked off to the side instead of straight up and down like the Y is. Boop. So there's your K family. And we're really trucking it along. Happy little trees. Oh, I lost my little divider line. Alright. Next, to prepare us for the next one, it's real simple and short. There's only two in this family. This is the S and the Z. The S goes up and down all the way. And then top right, bottom left. S. Easy, right? Can you guess what the Z looks like? Why, it's flipped again. Straight up, straight down. The Z goes the other way. Z. Remember one, you know the other. Now, here's the big one. And I mentioned this as the big one because it is 6 characters in the family. Let's do this slightly bigger, like this. And I'm going to put them on top of each other. So, the T family. I like holding this. The T family is the top. I go you straight down. That is your T. The counter to T, which is upside down, is a D. T and D. T, D. Next, so we have our T, but now we need to say thank you, a soft TH. 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 So what do we do with the T now? We just add the full up and down line. That's a soft T for thank you. Now what if I need a hard TH, like this? That would be the same thing, but it is all the way up and down and on the bottom. It's just upside down. That is T-H-I, this. Not, you don't do the I in it, but it's the hard the with a Z, the. Now, the reason why I put these into these next couple, I put in the same family because they share the same principle, but they're with soft SH, like shoot, and a hard Z SH sound, like vision, the Z in the middle of that. So we're going to go the same thing as these, except they're upside down from the start. So you have the soft part is up there, and the bottom part is down there. So the prong, the 3-prong for the soft SH is on the bottom, where the 3-prong for the hard is on the top for the Z one. Nope. Like that. And it looks like a little man. And that's with a Z So I don't know how to really notate that because I'm not a language person, but that would be like vision. That doesn't really come up too much. I'm not going to really try and rack my brain to remember them. So that are these family from the T to D to th to th, th to th, and sh to j. Ba, 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 ba. We're down to our last, I believe, 2. Yes, there's the last 2. 2 more. And these are our last little weird ones. They stand out on their own. We have the sad little L, which is just the top and the bottom. It is just an L. That is just an L. It's just a lowercase l. There's no way you can forget that. It's just an L. Ugh. And then the last one is going to be a complex sound. It's ng. Like every single time you have a word that ends in ing, you're going to have ng at the end of it. And that's ng. And that is just going to be every single possible line. Those are all of the letters and runes that you could possibly have in Trunic. If you want, I can do another video which will just write out some letters and you guys can follow along with me. I hope these mnemonics helped. This was definitely a much more condensed video. Thank you for coming. Thank you for sticking around. Give me a like. Give me a subscribe. Blah, blah, blah. I don't know how often I'm going to do this. But you know what? I think this came out very well. Thank you for sticking around and being cringe with me. Ha ha! Bye-bye, everybody.